Dun dun dun. Welcome to segment 2. We got our technical issues worked out, and I'm excited to have on the show an amazing guest, Michelle Lee. She goes by DJ Kelly, and we're going to talk more about marketing. How you doing?
Good. It's DJ Shelly.
What did I say?
Kelly.
Did I say DJ Kelly? That's what happens when I get a little bit flustered. DJ Shelly. DJ Shelly. Well, fantastic to have you on the show tonight. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am a DJ out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. But while I'm based out of Philadelphia, I host events all over.
Cool.
This year, I was actually lucky enough to have a client fly me to Puerto Rico.
Wow.
So that was really awesome.
Yeah. Did you stay extra days then?
Unfortunately not, only because I had another event the next day in DC. So we my assistant and I took a red eye out of Puerto Rico so we could be in DC in the morning. It was pretty crazy.
So you were tired.
Totally worth it though.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky enough because I'm a female DJ to get hired for certain female events. So also this past October, Betsy Johnson hired me to DJ one of her fashion shows at the King of Prussia Mall.
Nice.
So that was definitely an awesome time for me. So yeah, and my company is called Michelle Lee Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
But I go by DJ Shelly, and all of my social media is on Sounds by Shelly because that's how I actually started as a small disc jockey business on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And this past 2 years, I decided to take the jump and go full time.
Good for you.
So I relaunched under Michelle Lee Entertainment, and we specialize in unique events.
Awesome. Well, tell me a little bit more about that special. What does that mean to specialize in unique events?
So I have been a DJ for a very long time, since I've been 19, and I have DJed all types of events. And I know some DJs will take a marketing plan and they'll decide they want to just market themselves in a certain area or market, like a mitzvah DJ or a club DJ. But since I just love it all, I needed something that would allow me to market myself in a way where I could still do all types of events. So I decided to market myself in unique events. I think being a female DJ, there's not a lot of us out there anyway, so that helps me be unique. Mm-hmm. But then what we also do is we take an extra step to where for some corporate events, we actually dress, like myself and my team, we dress to the theme of the event. So to give you a better example, one event we did was a Greek themed event here in Philadelphia for a magazine. Mm-hmm. And my team actually greeted people, I guess, as they were arriving in Greek, and we were dressed as Greek god and goddesses.
Cool.
I played. It was so much fun. And of course, like, we just YouTubed it. We only had to say a couple sentences. Like, we don't really speak Greek, obviously. And then when they came into the main room where I was playing the music, I had a lot of Greek pop music, some folk music. So it was a networking event, not really a dance type event. So mm-hmm. That's like, to give you an example. But I do DJ weddings, I do corporate, fashion shows. So, but whenever we can, that's kind of how we add our uniqueness. And I also, actually, another thing I wanted to mention, we also market unique entertainment. So this past year, I started working with instruments. So I play with a drummer, cool. I play with an electric violin, and it's so much fun because I just love DJing. But when you get to play with someone who knows how to play an instrument and they're just getting as into it as you are, it's a lot of fun.
Wow. See, now that's a whole show all by itself right there. I'm like, I want to talk about that for 25 minutes. Everybody's waiting for us to talk about marketing, but you really piqued my interest there. That's really fascinating when you're combining DJing with other live musicians. Mm-hmm. Super cool. Well, we'll have you back, and we'll talk about like how that came about and how you do that and do that well. So in terms of it's the marketing hour here on DJ and TV Live this Monday night, and so we're talking about how to make your dollars go further in your marketing. And I imagine this has a lot to do with like trying to make effective choices as to what's going to be the most effective.
Right, 100%. And actually, sometimes I wish I would have gone full time sooner, but I actually worked in corporate America for a very long time before deciding to take this jump. Mm-hmm. And it was probably the best thing because I gained a lot of marketing experience and business experience, which has really helped me.
Is
So
that
I
what you
think
did in the corporate environment?
right. I worked under the director of marketing in pharmaceuticals. I worked in marketing for Merrill Lynch. So, and I've always had jobs in sales and marketing. And I think it really has just helped me so much because I think that's one thing that a lot of DJs don't have. They might be awesome and their DJ skills are amazing, but they don't know how to promote themselves or market themselves.
If you can't make that connection and present yourself and be able to sell yourself, you're really going to be at a disadvantage no matter how great you play.
Right. No, 100%, because I actually have a YouTube channel dedicated to bringing DJs marketing tips and advice.
Cool.
So Sounds by Shelly on YouTube if you want to check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, because I think I do have a lot of information that I could share with DJs who are just starting out or DJs who want to grow their mobile disc jockey business. So I think the first thing you have to do is come up with a marketing plan or strategy. You can waste a ton of money if you're just randomly spending money here and there without like a clear defined picture and goal in your head of how you want to go about it.
Yeah. How would you describe that? I mean, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, business plan, marketing plan, right? And then they kind of glaze over. Like, I don't know what to do now. Like, how do you even make one of those? What does that look like? Can you kind of encapsulate that? I mean, I know that can be detailed, but as a starting point.
Very valuable to explain how I did it so that maybe they have a better idea if they are someone who's looking for marketing advice. And now I don't have the answer, but I can tell you what's worked well for me is that for my plan, I decided, number one, I was going to spend the most amount of my marketing dollars in my website because I want to market to high-end planners and events. So my website needed to look top-notch. So I decided, okay, the chunk of the money that I decide that I'm going to spend on marketing, I'm going to put towards the website, make that look amazing. And then I'm going to have to come up with a lot of different creative ways that I can inexpensively market myself. And I was going to start, last year was completely focused on Philadelphia area. I do events all over. So this year, my marketing plan has changed. I'm spending marketing dollars on my social media and marketing in other areas, other states. So in Philadelphia last year, the website was the first thing. Then I decided I was going to sponsor as many events as I could. So to anyone out there that doesn't know what that means, you donate your time and services, and in exchange you receive promotion, free advertising. Some of you may know advertising can be extremely expensive. Yeah. So any ways you can think of to get your name out there without having to spend a ton of money is a great idea. So I sponsored, but when you sponsor an event, you have to be very selective.
I was going to say, you can do a lot of free events and feel like I'm not getting anything from this. And they're like, thanks.
Right. No, I definitely also had a clear cut idea of exactly the type of events that I wanted to sponsor. So for example, again, I was going for a high-end market. I joined an association called the International Live Events Association in Philadelphia. And they are a group of event producers in Philadelphia, caterers, hoteliers, venue, managers, other types of entertainment that you can network with. But it's basically people who are planning events or know people that are planning events in Philadelphia. Cool. I sponsored as many of them as I could. For a number of reasons, it got me in front of people. They could see me in action, the people who are actually planning events. They're always at high-end venues with the top-notch caterers. Sure. If I want to market, and that's what you also want to think about, who do you want to market to? Because that helps you build your marketing plan. I want to market to high-end events. So what I would do when I would get these events, they also had photographers that would sponsor. I would team up with the photographer. They would share with me the photos that are awesome because they're professional. They're not like on my iPhone with me. And in return, I would blog and post their website everywhere. I still do it today.
Cool. Now, is that something you would do in advance so that they would be sure to take pictures of you?
Sometimes it depends. With the one association, I got to know the photographer very well. In other cases, when I first started out, I actually had a friend who was looking to build his photography business. So he would come with me and we would share, and then we would both post so we could both build our businesses. So I think teaming up with someone else in the industry or just other people in the industry in general is great. The other thing about the sponsored events that was awesome, it got me a free ticket. So I got to show people what I did in action. And then after my case, because sometimes they would like showcase, because sometimes they'd have two different entertainers.
Okay.
I would be able to network with all of those people there, and I didn't have to pay to go to the meeting.
Nice.
So, the other thing that I wanted to get out of it that I thought was important is I try in situations like that, and with any event, I try to get the most out of it that I can, whether it's networking with as many people as I can, getting photos, taking video, just trying to get as much out of it. Because anytime you're doing something for free, and I hate saying for free because it's not for free. The promotion that you get out of these events is huge. My name was on every single event in Philadelphia where Steven Starr was also, catering or sponsoring some of the top venues here in Philadelphia. So it's getting in front of the right people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in that way, it's like I don't think you can expect to just go in and expecting like, okay, I'm going to get promoted. This is you must have had some ideas going in to say I want this and I want that. Like really, like having a list of things that you want to get the most value out of it, or at least you have your list, and if you get half, yay, you're doing great.
Well, I'm so glad that you brought that up because that is really important, because I did run into a couple of situations where the return promotion for the event was that my logo is on the invite that goes out before the event even happens, so that people see that you're going to be there, that your logo is displayed like on the backdrops or the step and repeats or whatever they promise you, you better make sure that you're getting, and don't feel bad about, go about it in the right way. But when this situation happened to me, I reached out and said, hey, I'm a small business owner. I can't give away my time for free. I need to get something in return. Most of the time, it was just an oversight. It wasn't, they didn't do it on purpose. But if you are donating your services and doing something like that, you have to make sure that you're getting what they're telling you you're going to get from it. And then if, in certain situations, if something happens, you just don't sponsor for those people ever again. But,
yeah. And I imagine like kind of keeping your head in the right space about it. Like, you're not going in there like, oh, whatever, I'm donating this or I'm whatever. It's like you're showcasing. And,
100%.
And you're there to get as much value out of it by showcasing, connecting, all of that, rather than it's like you were saying, like it was great hearing you correct yourself. Like, no, it's not a freebie or a giveaway. It's like there is a quid pro quo that you make sure that you're getting X amount of promotion. And then when you're there, then I can hear you just by the way you're describing it, that you're really, really working it when you're there and taking those opportunities. I want to take a quick break to play a little message from our terrific sponsors that sponsor the show tonight, and that is Electro Voice and DJ Event Planner. We're going to be right back, so don't go anywhere. I'm talking to DJ Shelley, and we're talking about making your marketing dollars go further. This is DJ and TV Live on Monday night.
DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
And welcome back. I'm your host, Jason Jones, filling in for John Young tonight on DJ and TV Live, Monday night, DJ Chat Live. I'm talking to DJ Shelley out of Philadelphia, and we are talking about making your marketing dollars go further, and she's full of great ideas. If you're just tuning in now, don't worry, this is being recorded. It'll be posted. You can watch the whole thing later over and over and over and take notes or memorize it or whatever you need to do, because she's got some great stuff. So talking about, doing the events, sponsored events, getting your name listed as sponsor, being seen in these venues by these people, I suppose makes you like, oh, well, there's a sense that you want to look like you belong there, yeah?
Belong with the association, or
no, belong at the venues. You know, you're doing these high-end venues and you're showcasing. You want to look like you belong there. We're like, well, of course. So we wouldn't hire XYZ DJ. They wouldn't. They don't belong at a high-end event like this. We need, we need DJ Shelley.
There's so many reasons. And then also it helps you build a great relationship with the venue. The venue gets to see you in action. And I just think that's so important, because people can see a website, they can see pictures, and they can see even video. But when they get to see you live, and if you're a great performer, then that's really, I think, a huge selling point.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever run into if venues find out that you charge a lot more than other DJ companies, that they're reluctant to refer you because you charge a lot more?
These venues that belong to this association, they all do the same thing. So the venue is sponsoring their venue because they want to showcase their venue. And I think a lot of people in the industry know about sponsored events. Mm-hmm. So no, I don't think it doesn't harm me. I mean, I've never had that problem.
No, really. So you are able to make relationships, and they refer you actively, is what you find from those relationships?
Right. Normally what they'll do is if they like you and they like what you're about, and if they think that you fit into their venue, you fit into what they're trying to market, right, they will likely put you on their preferred vendors list. And that's huge. I receive a lot of my business through venue referrals.
So how do you look like you belong there when you're there playing, right? Because it's more than just mixing and performing well. There's also a look and an appearance about yourself and your setup and all that, isn't there?
I'm so glad that you brought that up, because you did mention about, number one, not going in there like you're just DJing a free event. No way. I go in there like I'm getting paid $20,000 to DJ this event, and it better be the most awesome event, because those are the people I'm trying to attract. Mm-hmm. So I dress top notch, and I dress to the theme of the venue. So for example, I DJ'd the special events opening at the Fillmore in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. Was the event for everyone that's in the special events industry. I wore black wings. I had on a corset. I wore a tutu, because the Fillmore is a very funky, trendy, happening place. So I wanted to make sure I was looking like that. I even had another company partner with me, and we did a whole Heaven and Hell theme.
Oh, cool.
And we created a whole Heaven and Hell DJ lounge.
Nice.
So my DJ facade was like wooden and red and lit up. And then the furniture company worked with me to create, to put out some white and red furniture. I brought a dancer with me. I was in white corset and black tutu in the wings, and she was dressed in a red cocktail, tight cocktail dress to be like a vixen. And then I had my other team member, who's a guy, dressed as like a, I don't know, guard, I guess like a guardian, whatever you would think.
Right, like a centaur or something.
Right. So, sorry, my dog is wanting to get in on the interview.
That's all right.
But before, I know we don't have like a lot of time left, so we can keep talking about this, but I definitely want to get to the headphones, because
let's get to the headphones.
Actually, this ties in. So the other really great idea that I came up with is, well, I actually have heard a similar marketer do something like this, and I thought it was a great idea. So I purchased these red headphones. They were $150. They have brought me more business than probably a lot of
Wow,
things.
Really? Now keep talking. A $150 pair of headphones. How did that work?
So what I did was I started noticing when I was going to these networking events that I'm trying to throw him something.
I can hear him. He's like, come on, let's play.
He's growling at me. He does not like me to be on the computer. We'll bring him up in the picture. Come here. So sorry. So I
No,
started
it's
wearing
okay.
these red headphones to every networking event I went to because I realized I was meeting all these people. Half the time, I would never remember their names or what they did because I was going to a ton of them to try and get my name out there. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to wear these red headphones. If they like it and they think it's cool and fun, I'll focus on their energy. Some people didn't like it and they thought it was like, oh, what is she trying to do or something like that. If you don't like it, not for you. I don't want to attract you and those clients anyway. I want people who want fun.
Right.
Like
Or that they like your vibe.
right. So I think this was huge because then all of a sudden the people would go out wherever I went. Obviously, they knew what I did. I'm a DJ or I have something to do with music. It also would be a good conversation opener. It made it easier for people to come up and talk to me because at these networking events, sometimes it's hard because they get cliquey. People just have been used to going a long time, so they tend to talk to the same people. So it gave people the opportunity to come up to me and say, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Are you a DJ? So it really, then I started using it on my social media and it really just became a thing. And it was so funny. It started happening when I would go out in Philadelphia. If a few times I didn't wear them because of whatever reason. And people were like, I almost didn't recognize you. Like, where are your headphones? So that definitely has been a huge, so I think if you are, again, you know, if you do decide to do these sponsored events or you do decide to attend networking events, you really need to try and do something that's going to make you stand out, that people are really going to remember you. My one friend, Gil, is so funny. He works for a production company. So when he introduces himself, he says, my name is Gil, like the fish. So it's just like something even little like that.
Right, but it sticks with you like, oh, Gil like the fish. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You meet so many people there.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, that's what my hat and glasses have done that for me, basically. The round glasses and the black hat. And the funny thing is, if I don't wear them, people don't even notice me. I'm like, I can be invisible, which is kind of handy.
That does happen. It does.
Yeah, but I love the headphones thing. That's so great because it's like, especially headphones, because it's like, you know, a DJ's working when they've got their headphones on, right? It's like, otherwise, like, we're not physically doing a lot. I mean, we are. They just don't see it as much, you know what I mean? But it's like the headphones really look like, oh, okay, you're really working. This is great stuff. I tell you, everything that you've shared tonight is absolutely awesome and definitely could get somebody taken off in the right direction without a lot of expense and really being able to make great connections to get their business going. What's your dog's name?
Chewy.
Great name. Chewy, this is our guest Chewy and DJ Shelly talking about taking your marketing dollars further. Thanks so much for being on the show, Shelly. It's been great to have you this half hour. Can't wait to. There's so much more that we could talk about, I'm sure.
Good. Thank you so much for having me. I definitely hope we'll be back.
You absolutely will have you back. You're fantastic. And so we are going to take a quick break. And then, of course, there is a brand new link. And coming up next, we're going to spend an hour with Nick Arias. And we're going to talk about lighting and production. And it's going to be absolutely amazing. Stay with us. This is Jason Jones filling in for John Young on DJN TV Monday Night Chat.